if you do weight training or have functional training in your routine, these pair of shoes have been a real game changer for me. And I don't like to use the word game changer very lightly because it's just so cringy, but really, I have been super enjoying these pair of Lonowear shoes. Let me tell you more. Let me put it out there. I'm not a hardcore gym buff, but I do like to do group fitness classes, particularly those that have weight training. I have been doing Body Pump. If you haven't heard of Body Pump, Les Mills, it's a Les Mills program that came out from New Zealand, and I'm also a trainer. I've been doing it as a member for over 20 years, and then as an instructor, because I also teach the class, for over 10 years. Some tracks are going to be a little slower that allow you to challenge your weights today. If you're not challenging your weights, you challenge your timing as well as your position. Nice. Alright, take a little shoulder roll, you go up, back, and down. So I do like to explore my kind of shoes, and I've tried like so many years, right? All kinds of shoes. Obviously, those that are from the big brands, Adidas, Nike. Big fan of the Adidas with the continental sole. But ever since I got my knee injury, I find that certain shoes are not the best for me because I can't really grip the floor very well. So I have like a few pairs to show you. So regular shoes, like this is one that I recently got maybe early this year. These are the Airdrop from Adidas. What I like about them is they're really, really stable. Right? They've got a very flat, you could almost feel the floor kind of shoe. But the problem with these shoes is when I do lunges or I do like, like kind of split lunge or I do like a Bulgarian split squat, it's not flexible. It's really, really hard at the base. So though it's very, very stable, so if you do weight training, like you're just pumping the iron, you'll probably like these. But because I'm doing group fitness classes, it's more about more repetitions, light to moderate heavy weights. It's not about, carrying that 50 kilos, a couple of sets. It's more, just get the body moving, get a little muscle working. There are a lot of lunges, there are a lot of movements, there are a lot of split movements, split stances. You've got to bend your toes. So for a long time, let me show you another pair of shoes. The longest times, I was relying on my good old Converse. Why? Because very, very flat, very, very low profile. It's flexible. Look at that. I can bend it. I can put, it's just easy to get. Everybody was using these for the gym, and I was using it for a while. I think easily the past two years, something like that, maybe. Yeah, these are like third pair. And obviously, they're so good because you can use them for walking as well. However, the problem with these shoes is if the floor is even the slightest slippery, they kind of a little wet because you could sweat anyway. They're really slippery. So if I was doing like backward stepping lunges, I'm doing the movement, my back foot can slip. And if I'm teaching a class, that's pretty dangerous, right? I have had a few incidences when I'm like, lost my balance. And with my knee being a little funky, not the best. So though they are, that's dirty, girl. I need to clean them, which is why I have them in the bag. Which is why, for the longest time, though I love them, I'm very careful with the flooring as well because they don't give me the best grip. So when I was fat, all these Instagram ads, this one definitely popped up quite a few times. Lonowear. These shoes, and I saw like really cool ads, they're climbing up the mountain, they're lunging, they're squatting, they're doing all kinds of funky moves, and I was like, I don't do those, okay? I'm just in the class, teaching a class, lunging a little bit. But what I liked about it was that it's, again, low profile. It is literally, your foot's kind of like touching the ground. It has a wider front for your toe. So the toe box here is wider. You can spread your toes, which is really important if you are doing weight training. You want to be able to get your foot spread out and grip the ground. A lot of shoes tend to have a very narrow front when it's all squashed in, which is actually really not good for exercise. You want to be able to spread your toes, okay? So it's important. So I like that feature, and it's freaking flexible. When I do a lunge, I can literally press my toes, lift my heel, and grip to the ground. It has been so freaking good. I have not been able to stop wearing these. So the pro is everything I just said. Wide, flat, The grip is amazing. I should have cleaned it a little bit, but yeah, I've been using it. So I've been using this pair since early April. It's been great. It's the only pair of shoes I've been wearing. I wear them 3 to 4 times a week. I love how easy it is to slip in, like right here. So if you're looking for a pair of shoes like this, I'll link them down below. This pair is called the Flow S TUSK Barefoot shoe. I got it in the size 39. So we'll talk about the sizing, which is something that I made a little bit of a mistake. Okay, so we'll cut to that at the end. You gotta hear my mistake because I do wish I was a little bit more careful with that. But anyway, other than that, the sizing, everything else is perfect. I like the fact that I can just tie these. I don't have to redo my shoelace. It's almost like a sock. You put it in. It's so comfortable. And if you like colors, they have several colors on their site. So let's get into the problem. Yeah, let's just get into it because I don't want this video to be like 10 hours long, right? I picked the size 39. I used their sizing guide. I stood against the wall, bent down, measured my foot, did a sizing, and then what threw me off is reading it. It says that if you're between size, like let's say you're 40.5, the sizes are all in whole numbers, you were supposed to size up. So I think when I measured my foot, it was like the 200 over like centimeters or millimeters, not centimeters, millimeters. I went a size up. So I took 39, which unfortunately is a slightly large size for me. It's like a little bit too big, a little bit. So I do feel like I've got a bit of like McDonald's feet. So for me, a perfect size is 38. In actual fact, that is my size. So for some reason, I don't know why, when I was looking at the chart, I decided to size up. Because I was thinking, oh my gosh, my foot will expand so much, it's hot and blah, blah, blah. So even though it is a little bit too long for me, it still works. So yes, my feet expands when you work out, it's hot. But it doesn't expand enough to like fill up the whole foot. So actually 38, if you're kind of like, not sure, I think you're okay to go at your foot. But of course, if you are half size, then follow the chart. But if you're like using the full measurement and you're like, 38, 39, 37, I'd say go with your regular number. So my regular number is 38. It totally worked out. I mean, it totally would have worked out. So I'm actually gonna buy another pair and get it in the 38. But since I have this already, I'm gonna just use it, and I have been using it. It's the shoe that I wear so often, actually not so often, every single time I teach a class. I have not worn these shoes for walking outside yet because like I said, it's kind of like a little bit too big for me, like what, a little tiny bit. So when I get the right size, which is 38 for me, that's going to be like my walking shoe, like sort of like my pair that I got for Converse. I do wear them for walking as well. So I absolutely love them. So this is one thing that like Instagram ad, thank you so much, because I finally found a pair of shoes that I feel really comfortable to wear for class, and I feel comfortable to use for my training. And if you're like me, you have like a little bit of hip stiffness, you're trying to build strength through your legs or whatever it is, like, you're lunging, you're squatting. You want shoes that allow you to grip the floor. That is so important. So those shoes with those big cushy base, they feel comfortable in the store, but they're terrible if you're doing weight training. Don't use them. Trust me. Get shoes that allow you to feel the ground. I cannot emphasize this more, okay? I know when you're in the store, they'll tell you, oh, it's great, for walking and all. Maybe. Lifestyle, walking, running, maybe you need that cushion. But when you are weight training, when you're doing those lunges, split lunges, you need a little bit more balance. You don't want shoes. Think about yoga. Who wears shoes to yoga? You want to grip the ground. Very similar. So I'm so glad that I have these right now. So I totally recommend them. I will link them down below. It is an affiliate link, so I did contact them and said like, I'm going to be talking about your shoes, so give me a link. If you buy from the link, I think every 10 or 20 people who buy from it, I get a free shoe. So give me a free shoe. something like that, I would be able to get a pair of shoes. And because I do use them for my gym, so I'd be so appreciated if you do. Then I don't have to buy like so many. But I am buying another pair because I can't wait for you guys. I need another pair. I think I'm gonna get like, I'm so tempted to get the white, but I know white's like, ugh, dangerous. But you know, who cares, right? Just wear them, enjoy them. They're beautiful. This color, oh my gosh, I can't remember this color right now. I have like my order here. I can't remember the color. I think it's TUSK. Wait, I don't know. Let me just check. What model is called TUSK? Maybe like ivory TUSK? Maybe. So I'm looking at my computer. It has like beautiful carbon, full black. It's got black, which is black and, you know, black and white sole. It's got this pretty gray. It's got green, it's got blue, it's got everything. I really, oh my gosh, I feel like getting two already. But anyway, I said I don't want this video to be 10 hours long, right? So go and check them out. I hope you get them from my link. But trust me, it will really, really be awesome. You will, I mean, if you've been looking for low profile shoes, look no further. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, I do hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!